any Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen
the stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. I never, those aren't the type of parties that I go to.
That nigga, fuck Marlon Wayans. You was a bitch. Big council joke said when you put that motherfucking white skirt on, looking like a fucking.
Y'all, Soulja Boy just branded Marlon Wayans as the new Diddy after accusing him of doing questionable things to his own son. And honestly, not even Marlon's most loyal fans can defend this one, because Soulja Boy didn't just set up a camera and go off. He came with receipts, text screenshots, insider sources, and allegedly a video recording of an orgy so disturbing that it could shut down the internet if it ever became public. But now everyone's asking, has Marlon Wayans really been hiding in plain sight this whole time, or is Soulja Boy stirring the pot for clout again?
I need someone that looks like a wet Muppet. That's what I am. I need crack and meth together. I need creth together.
Now, before Soulja dropped the proof, he said something that flipped the whole internet upside down. He really set up a camera, went live, and spent a good 10 minutes roasting Marlon Wayans, dropping all sorts of out-of-pocket accusations against him. And the things he was saying, they will make any grandmother clutch their pearls. In that wild late-night rant on IG Live, Soulja started by slamming Marlon for being soft and born with a silver spoon. He said Marlon could never be him, because unlike Marlon, he busted his behind every day as a teenager to become successful. And that's when he dropped the first strike. According to Soulja, Marlon sucked D to get to where he was in his career. Now at first, comments on the live stream were lighthearted. Everyone thought Soulja was just saying things to get under Marlon's skin since they were beefing. But then things took a dark turn. Soulja revealed that Marlon had been teaching his son some disturbing behavior, and even allegedly got him involved in freak-offs. The moment he dropped this, the entire chat went silent. You can catch that moment right here, and pay attention to how quickly the comments on the screen shift from playful to serious.
Marlon Wayans, you a bitch. Now what? And I'll knock your ass out. What you wanna do? You suck to get in your position. What? I got on MySpace and YouTube and grinded as a teenager in the hood, and I made it. And you mad because you had to get in your ass. You had to suck. And you had to sell your soul. And you had to paint yourself like a white bitch. I ain't never did none of that. I kept it real, kept it gangster. Nobody never played with me. I never dressed up like a bitch. You talking about my kids ain't trans. My kids real.
You know things are bad when even the most loyal Marlon Wayans fans can't say anything to defend him. However, things only spiraled downward from there, because soon enough people started scrolling back through their feeds and realizing that the signs were always there. But we got distracted by the jokes and missed what was really going on. So here's what's interesting about Soulja Boy's little rant. It didn't just come out of this air. Y'all remember when Soulja Boy and Marlon randomly started beefing a while ago? It had people shook because it seemed to come from nowhere, and it seemed personal. But now, fans are realizing that the beef that seemed to come out of nowhere actually all ties back to Soulja Boy knowing the truth about Marlon and the rest of the Wayans clan. If y'all recall, Marlon Wayans seemed to throw the first shot when he called Soulja Boy washed up, canceled, and would do anything to get a check.
I mean, Soulja Boy, he been canceled. Nobody cares Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy better go to get that check.
Marlon was responding to Soulja Boy performing at the Trump inaugural ball, but even then it seemed like he was doing way too much. Like, did he already have personal issues with Soulja Boy? Turns out he did, and the way it came out shocked everyone. Apparently, Soulja always knew about Marlon's shady activities, complete with videos and audio recordings, and that scared Marlon more than anything. Next thing you know, an internet personality, William the Baddest, an openly gay man, popped up in an interview with Tasha K, dropping some wild claims against Soulja Boy. According to William, he was first scared when Soulja slid into his DMs because he thought Soulja would be homophobic and try to hurt him. However, he decided to go with the flow, and when they finally hooked up, he described it as an amazing experience. He said Soulja completely blew his back out and even went into the tiniest details of what the entire encounter felt like.
He was like, "You get down?" And I was like, "Oh, am I gay? Yeah, I'm gay as fuck." I get in there, and at that moment, I go from professional, like a fan, to like, you're about to have sex with him, right? And so he pulls his, right? And that thing was big, Tasha.
Most skinny men got big.
No.
However, the entire story felt off. It felt too sensational to be true, almost like William garnished the story just to make it extra spicy. And that made people start questioning if any of it was even true. And as expected, Soulja came out and revealed that none of it was true. He said that someone cooked the story up and paid William to tell it just to make it look bad. Now, he didn't mention Marlon Wayans, but with the clues he dropped, there was no way anybody could come to any other conclusion. And that got folks asking, if Marlon was so desperate to keep his secret that he would pay pay someone to lie against Soulja Boy, what else was he hiding? Now, here's where things get spicier. If you know Soulja, then you know he's not the type to let any form of disrespect slide. So he didn't just clap back, he brought the entire house down with him. He went online again, but this time, it was to call Marlon Wayans by name and tell him that he knew exactly how he got his son Kai involved in his shady activities. He straight up called Marlon a devil and even claimed that Marlon indoctrinated his kids into a certain lifestyle. Apparently, Soulja also has videos of Marlon engaging in orgies with a bunch of men, and these encounters allegedly happen multiple times a month.
Broke ass peon ass nigga. Did he tell you that before you got on the motherfucking radio speaking on my name? What's the last movie you came out with? Fuck is you talking about? You's a bitch. You suck dick for the higher ups. You a Illuminati puppet. I'm a real gangster. Can't nobody tell me shit. You's a bitch.
Now, many of Marlon Wayans fans chose not to believe this at first, but then Marlon implicated himself when he sat with Shannon Sharpe for a Club Shay Shay interview. In the interview, Shannon asked Marlon if he ever attended any of Diddy's freak-off parties, and his reaction said it all. He became uncomfortable, started shifting in his seat and laughing awkwardly. But he didn't deny being at those parties. What he did say was that he left before any of the weird stuff started. But by the time he added that bit, it was already late. He had shown everyone that Soulja was right about him all along, and you can see the moment that reality hit him in the face.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen
The stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. I never, those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties, and even if I go, like I said, I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? Yeah. At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean at 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good.
That Club Shay Shay interview spread on the internet like wildfire. But if Marlon thought everyone was going to be on his side, then he thought wrong, because people were in there bashing him for lying about being at those orgies. They said, when Diddy start releasing those tapes, we gonna see him dressed as a white chick. His eyes and body language are saying something different. He seemed honest most of the interview, but his eyes betrayed him here. He is defending himself. Marlon lost it when he saw these reactions. It was like he suddenly understood that Soulja Boy now had control of his entire image, and there was nothing he could do to change it. So, the next thing he could do was lash out at Soulja. But he didn't just go live this time. He wanted to do something that would hit hard. So he went and made an AI diss track against, where he called Soulja a drug addict and crackhead.
Soulja Boy's on Krenak and meth. I can smell it on his breath. Yes, he's on that creth. It's Krenak and meth. He'll suck on coke just for that rock. He looked like Flavor Flav without the clock.
But he didn't stop there. He dropped another video on IG where he basically said the same thing, but this time, he looked directly into the camera and clowned Soulja Boy, calling him a wet muppet who'll do anything for some change.
One of the movies. I need a crackhead for the new scary. I need a crack and a meth head all mixed together. You're perfect. I need someone that looks like a wet muppet. That's what I need. I need crack and meth together. I need creth together. I want someone to look like they'll sell your car, rob you, and suck your all at the same time. Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy for scary.
Marlon wanted to hit Soulja where it would hurt, but all he ended up doing was make himself look like a crazy crash out. But here's where it gets real suspicious, because after Marlon's spiral, something strange started happening behind the scenes. Multiple insiders who used to work around him suddenly went quiet. Accounts deleted, profiles wiped, even a few people who were tagged in old party clips started getting spooked and scrubbing their pages clean. Almost like somebody told them to disappear. It's so strange that people are convinced that the video Soulja hinted at isn't even the worst part. And if the rumors about that drive being passed around between bloggers are true, then this story isn't over. It's about to explode. Now Marlon's been silent for days. No statements, no clarifications, just cryptic posts about forgiveness and letting the truth reveal itself. Meanwhile, Soulja Boy's acting like a man who knows he's already won, taunting, posting throwbacks, dropping proof emojis under old photos. He's calm, too calm, and maybe that's the scariest part, because if what he's sitting on ever leaks, Marlon Wayans won't just lose his image, he'll lose everything that made people laugh with him in the first place.